Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. Good morning. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Good morning. A, good morning. Chris, good morning. Bullseye, good morning. Neil, good morning. Robbie, good morning. Winterfeld, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Pat. Lizzie, good morning. Hatch, good morning. Mark, good morning. Tim, all work, good morning. Ali, good morning. Ayo. Yang, good morning. Brandon, good morning. Sandra, good morning. Kings, good morning. Dragon, good morning. Michael, good morning. Mehdi, good morning. Bodhi, good morning. Rudolph, good morning. Erica, good morning. Other Chris, good morning. Let's go. Watermelon, good morning. Christian, good morning. Sahel, good morning. Ruthie, good morning. Willie, good morning. CL, good morning. Danielle, good morning. Ahmad, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hopefully, you guys had a good weekend. X, good morning. Other Chris, good morning. War Machine, good morning. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, not a crazy morning, but also not a horrible morning. I think my top two for now are probably going to be EDBL, edible, and LGHL. Those are my top two for now. Um, VTX with a bit of a catalyst, so that doesn't look too bad, but it's still brand new though. That's my concern with this one. There isn't really enough price action on this to call it a top name. Um, so we'll see. Yeah, it's worth watching for sure though. It's worth watching. It just doesn't have enough price action yet. Um, yeah, I think it's always cool to be connected to Elon, you know, which is kind of what they're doing, which is what they are doing. But yeah, I think this one was nice when it initially came out. ENTX music is a bit loud. I know, right, kids? It's like we don't learn Raven. I mean we do, but we still have to pull it up. Kids is always nice, when they drop something and then in pre-market it's nice. But as soon as we get close to the open, it's garbage. So, anyways, we'll see what that thing ends up doing. Bia had a nice pop, but then ended up giving it all away. So, got slapped to the abyss. Yeah, kids is always nice. Like it's always nice in pre-market. They have news, the stock moves, and then all of a sudden it's back to the abyss. VTIX is why we can't really call this a top name yet, guys. That thing is getting cooked, right? Look at VTIX. See that? Nasty, right? Heisenberg, good morning. Brian, good morning. Regis said good morning. Frankie, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Raven, good morning. Yeah. This is why though, guys, like I always tell you, if you don't know what you're doing, don't play the first wave. I've said that like millions of times in so many classes, right? If you don't know what you're doing, when news comes out, if you're like, hey, I really don't understand this news, you know, I don't understand it. I don't know what it means. I don't know if I should be getting into this stock. This stuff is always exciting. Like this first move, always exciting, right? Everybody wants to be in that move. It's like, oh my goodness, it's leaving without me. Let me get in now, 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 now. This is the worst time to get in unless you're really confident. Like sometimes when you see the news, you're like, oh, duh, that's obvious, right? It's like, oh, this low float stock is working with NVDA, right? Oh, this low float stock is working with AMD. Oh, this company just announced a partnership with Meta. It's like, okay, that is a no brainer, right? Or like, oh, this stock just announced some news that's currently connected with the current theme in the market, right? Like, oh, there's a war. Oh, this company is selling a whole bunch of war stuff to the US government. It's like, oh yeah, okay, that I understand, right? But it makes a lot of sense, right? When you don't know, you don't touch it. You're gonna get cooked, right? Wasn't there another one like 10 minutes ago, Rob, that did the same thing? There wasn't there? So VTX is the latest one, but there was another one like 10 minutes ago. Um, there was another one like 10 minutes ago that did the same thing. Um, what was that stock? Oh, Decoy. That was Decoy, right? Decoy. Yeah. Look at this. Hey, look at that. Oh, Decoy just has some Ebola news. Do we have a theme in the market that says Ebola? No, we do not. Right? Ebola, where's that even coming from? Does anybody have Ebola right now? No. And then pump and then slap. So if you play with, this and this stuff, like if you FOMO into this stuff, you better be ready to run. Right? I think sometimes people envy, people like Rob and Tiffany for the ability to get into these things like right away. But there's also that willingness, that discipline to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna run right away if this doesn't work. Some people don't have that discipline, especially in pre-market where you can't have stop losses, right? Some people just can't do that, right? So you have to be willing to get the hell out of there. Yeah, JZXN, nice little curlies here. This one had a run earlier. Uh, and again, if you look at this earlier, though, it's the same thing, right? Initial pop, slapped all the way back down to where it came from, and then. So always safer, looking for that dipski or looking for the breakout. Alrighty, again, so going into the open, guys, 4 minutes to go. ENTX, I don't mind, even though it has a bigger float. I want to see if that thing can consolidate and give us a move into the open. EDBL is probably the favorite name going into the open, followed by LGHL. So these two for me, for now, stand out as the top two. And then we obviously have these other names, right? DFNS was nice this morning. Nice little pops. It was nice on Friday too, so it just continued into this week, right? Off the 200 EMA, nice pop. So let's see if we can reclaim the 200 EMA. BIYA is a little bit crack heady, but it is coming down multiple times though to the 200 and then bouncing back up. So we'll keep an eye on that. MTNB, I want to see that thing reclaim the 200 EMA first. The kids are scammy, and then obviously you can see JZXN with a nice little pop, right? So you this is the second time for that thing though, retesting 170. So just be aware of 170. Alrighty, as your resistance for JZXN. This looks good going into the open though, right? This is a recipe for potential breakout, and then we're like, oh, what the hell just happened, right? And of course, the companies from China. So if we want to continue the theme from last week, uh, MNDR, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so look at this though, right? This thing just hit that 170 and then got rejected. So that 170 is your double top for a JZXN. So at some point it's gonna need to break out above that double top. Yeah. Yeah, most of these are, yeah. LGHL, I like this one too. Like I said, it just you just have the same stupid resistance. And we've said this so many times though, guys, right? Like we have all these names we like, but really the one that people go to is the one that gives them the breakout, right? So we can like these names as much as we want. If something new shows up and is breaking out, that's where the money flows to. So you have to be flexible and willing to adapt. Mark, ayo, vacation August 1st. You've been warned. August 1st to August 8th. So what Mark is trying to tell us is that the market's gonna fly. When Mark goes on vacation, without fail, boom skis. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's make some monies. Question for you guys in the chat though. What's your favorite stock going into the open? What is your favorite stock going into the open? Do you see how perfect that double top is? Shush. Right, JZXN got slapped all the way back down. Um, but I think what that shows us though is that it's capable of boom skis. So oh yeah, after Evan, yeah, no, we were in there. We were like, "Thank you, Stack. You saved us for the day. Thank you very much." No, we definitely played with Stack on Friday once we left the stream. So, which is why I tell you guys to join us in Discord because we don't miss that stuff. Again, so top two names for me, guys, are still EDBL and LGHL. Right. So, obviously, LGHL is number two. Right, for what it's worth. So let's see if that thing can break out. Like I said, this one needs to break out above like 210, 215 to really get, that volume, that attention. So hopefully it does. And then we can go from there. Um, and then obviously, again, this one's still trying to retest the VWAP here. So for JZXN, if that thing can retest like 140, 145 and hold that level and curl, that would be a good thing for potential cup and handle. And then maybe it can take over. Alrighty. For now, though, the top two for me hasn't changed. It's EDBL and it's still LGHL. So let's see if one of these names can cook for us. Yeah, so obviously ADBL is that resistance that needs to break out. So you can clearly see the resistance there, right? And then this one also has work to do. So they're both at resistance, both need to break out. This one's obviously, again, the bigger float, so not as exciting unless the volume really kicks in. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so that's quite the slap there. Quite the slap. Okay, come on, give us a breakout, edible. Give us the boom skis. Is it halted up? Why is this? Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Already? Come on, guys. Really? On a Monday morning, you already want to cause violence like this? That thing popped 30 cents. They said, hold up, wait a minute. I mean, to be fair though, it did drop to like $7 and then popped to $8.30. So it's a volatility halt. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's see if we can get a breakout after the halt, right? Again, LGHL needs to break out, right? You're clearly at resistance, so that level is gonna need to be broken at some point if it wants to go boom skis. Ready? This is not a bad thing though. Dipping is not a bad thing. It's never a bad thing if it can hold the range. So your support for this thing is going to be closer to that $1.80 area. Alrighty, so closer to that, and then obviously your resistance is up there. Alrighty. So JZXN looking for that 200 EMA. BIYA, same thing. MTNB, kind of in the same range still. So there really isn't a whole lot going on there. DFNS with a nice little pop, but then you have resistance at 720. So what 720 for potential breakout? Yeah, this one's gonna be really slow. Again, I've said this a few times too. Like the float is less relevant. The float is 30 almost 40 million on this thing. So the float is less relevant in pre-market when you have that news and everybody's excited, blah blah blah. But then once you get to the open, the float is very relevant, right? Very relevant. Mm, there was a significant delay. Yeah, maybe with the volatility though, it doesn't quite help your position. Yeah. I hate that stock is halted up. Hate. I mean, I rather it be halted up than halted down. But I also rather them let the stock just trade. V is coming back too, so I had a feeling that this one would do something stupid if the markets were slow. The V with a nice little pop, just because Friday name. Yeah, nice pop on V here. Yeah. No breakouts, just a nice pop. For now, LGHL is just playing in that range. For now. For now, as long as it stays above $1.80, it's not a bad thing. And then still waiting for the halt on this one. Hopefully it's just 5 minutes and then we can move on. Hopefully. Yeah, no, I mean the news is not amazing on anything this morning, but it doesn't matter. Um, Once you get that volume, really, it doesn't really matter because it's a momentum scalp anyways. So yeah, again, like I said, LGHL, as long as it stays above that 80, I don't mind it. Right, it's still a good name. The price action is still okay. It's just going up and down in that same range. So it's gonna need to give us boom skis or breakout at some point for confirmation. It's gonna need the breakout at some point. Good bounce though, right? Low of 80, 186 for now, for LGHL, and then back above $2. Can we get a boom ski? Yeah, what I wanted to see was, these two names trade at the same time because these two names have the attention right now, LGHL and EDBL. You want to see these two names trade and see which one breaks out, and then people leave the other one to come to the other one. When one's halted like that, the other one usually, sometimes just sits in the same range and just waits, just waiting. Yeah. So V looks good. $19, guys. That looks really nice. Right, nothing crazy, but it does look good. And then look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Unhalted and halted down, isn't it? Yeah, that's just gonna kill the stock, right? Again, I hate when a stock is halted at resistance because you're basically just killing the vibe, right? There's resistance right there. So once you halt it at that price, it's always a bit sus. It's halted down, yeah. Yeah, BIYA with another push again. Shriga, what's your position in that position? Yeah, so I mean we said this already this morning though, right? BIYA keeps bouncing up the 200 EMA, right? Look at that. Right? Look at that 200 EMA, right? So it keeps bouncing up the 200 EMA, which is a really good thing. So as long as it stays above that 200 EMA, every time it gets there, it's almost like an opportunity. Is an opportunity. An opportunity. Do, 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 Let's see. Let's see if we can get a bit more volume today and take over. For right now, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Isn't it interesting how, like, if you look at the last few days, though, like the last few trading sessions, the morning is like, oh, the morning has been way more annoying recently, hasn't it? Like, way more annoying. You know, these names don't want to decide which one wants to take over um, until a few minutes into the day, and then they're like, okay, okay, you know what? It's me. But yeah, BI does look good. You for SXTC. I'll take a look. I'll take a look. I would take a look scheme. Yeah, the halts are very annoying, especially when it's not halting like above. Like when it's flying and halting up, that's fine. But like the halt is so stupid when it's like this early in the day and it hasn't really broken out because you're just killing the vibe at that point. Just killing the vibe. SXTC, you're in at 70 cents. Stop loss at 68. Oh yeah, like you're in at, yeah. I see what you're saying. Um, I mean, like I like that you have a stop loss. This is the lowest it's been, right? This is the lowest it's been. 0.0525. So if I were you in that same position, you better have a stop loss. If it breaks below this level, you better get the hell out of there. Like it's just that simple. right? This is the bottom. It hit a double bottom on Friday. This morning, it hit the same area and then bounced. So that's not bad, right? But if you break below this level, though, your stop loss is higher than that, so that's fine. But for now, that's really it. Like it's a micro penny stock at this point. What's probably coming for these guys is a split or something like that, or delisting. They haven't been below, that long enough to get delisted, maybe. But at the same time, maybe it's a split. So for now, have a really good stop loss, please. There's really nothing else you can do. Just have a good stop loss. And then ENTX is slowly curling here, slowly curling, snail pace, but at least it's curling. And then let's see if this one can give us an on hold and see what it does. LGHL, guys, I don't know. For some reason, this thing just decided that, you know what, even with the small float, with the float that's not even over a million from the right country, it just decided that it doesn't want to break out. It just wants to chill in the middle. It doesn't want to die, but it also doesn't want to break out. So, again, like these names are really annoying lately. So, again, watch $1.80 for support. And then obviously the breakout is really important. So, we need the breakouts. We need that thing is like, are you talking trash to me? Are you talking to me? Say it with your chest. Are you talking trash? Are you talking trash to me? How about I give you a boomski? Anyways, yeah, so it needs to break out. Alrighty. V found some resistance around $19 with that little supply zone. And then we're waiting to see if this one can give us more direction here. Yeah, Rudolph, yeah, LVWR. It did the same thing on Friday too. On the Friday. Yeah. I like to see it back above the VWAP, above like 310, 315 Bodhi. And then this one got the halt extended. Yeah. EDBL is now a 10-minute halt. So, well, that's annoying. That is very annoying. I kind of feel like LGHL is waiting to see what happens with the other one before it moves. Maybe, who knows? But I think the longer those names take to move, I feel like people are just gonna move on to like last week names. You know, like maybe V takes over the volume or something. Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep a close eye on this one, just because this one's always been good with the runs. And then for now, BIYA got rejected at $4, so that's gonna be your next little breakout spot. Still looking good though. It's holding the 9 EMA really well. There it goes. There goes BIYA. There goes BIYA. That's a nice pop. A very nice pop. The amount of times we played with this name, over and over, and the fact that this is the president of Cameroon's name is super super sus. Every time I see this stock, I think it's sus. The name is sus, not the price action. Is that what they're saying now, Tony? 710. I mean, it's halted down, so I'm not really surprised. Yeah. The only downside for now on BI is that it can't seem to close above $4. So you're gonna need that thing to close above that level if it wants to push again. Yeah, every week now, Ali. Every week. It's like BI is moving again. Here we go again. What I will say though, guys, is again, if you haven't taken any trades, you're just unsure. Yeah. Who do you want to be? If you haven't taken any trades, good morning, Peter. Just look at the last few weeks. Just look at the last few trading sessions, right? Every single time we're sitting here and we're like, damn, this morning, like this one's going, this one's going. Oh, we like this one. Oh, it's not going, right? And then all of a sudden, we're flying, right? So the price action, like if you miss the first 5 minutes, the first 30 minutes, the first, right? That's not what determines what happens with the rest of your day. Alrighty. So I would, for the most part, like I'd recommend you, unless something is obvious, if it's not, be way more patient, right? Be patient, right? Exactly, Raven. Exactly. Right? If you don't like anything, just sit back and say, "Hey, I don't like anything." Right? Something will show up that's like, "Hey, this is really easy." So you don't need to be rushing into like the first 5 minutes, right? Hey, I wore it last week. You weren't here, Rob. I wore it on Friday, right? I wore it on Friday. So today I'm wearing a different hoodie, a hot trades hoodie. Yeah. No, that thing. This one's still halted, and this one, yeah. Look at that, right? So what I wanted to see for this thing this morning, like I said, was a breakout, right? And then obviously that 180, which we broke below. So again, the most important thing at the open, guys, the most important thing at the open is we see the resistance, right? Everybody sees the resistance, right? The money really doesn't come through until we break that resistance. So if that resistance doesn't break, the stock doesn't get the juice. So for now, let's see if it finds a base somewhere else. Alrighty. So be patient at the open. Look at this. Same thing with this one, right? It's like you see the resistance. That thing needs to break the resistance. And it's halted down again, isn't it? Is it halted down again? Yeah, it's halted down again. 637. Right? Anyways, V is still looking okay. You do have that resistance still at 19. Alrighty. So but I don't mind this one. This one's always a good one to come back to. BI still struggling with that $4 level, trying to break out from. JZXN crashed, chilling at the bottom, and then LVWR has been pushing nicely here on the other tab. That was a good breakout at 250, actually. Yeah, really good breakout. TMAC, yeah, exactly. And no, this was a really good breakout at 250. $2.50 and then all the way to $3, 310, 320. Damn, that thing is flying. Damn, it's flying. Yeah, that's a nice breakout. Yeah, where's the retest? SXTC is going up for you now. Whoever was in that position. All right, so like I said, for SXTC, as long as it doesn't break below that double bottom from Friday, you should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if this one can actually give us a retest and then be a bit more consistent. And not be sus. Not be sus. Yeah, no, I keep coming back to V because I like what the way the stock looks. Yeah, look at that thing, right? So I like the way it looks. And I think again, if the markets keep behaving like that, people are just gonna come back to this one. You can clearly see though that it has resistance around this area that it needs to close above. So it is trying. Okay. LVWR does look good though. That thing says screw retest. Screw retest. What retest? Yeah, there you go. Shrink. There you go. Screw the retest. It's a nice push. Type yes in the chat if you're holding a LVWR. Sheesh, that thing is cooking. That thing is cooking. So 350, yeah, 350 resistance. Be careful. I wouldn't be FOMOing in now. Unless that thing gave you a retest. Definitely wouldn't be FOMOing in at that price. Alrighty. That's a pretty big run without a retest, so it has to at some point here. Yes, Peter. Yes. Here comes that 350 test again. 350. Is about the 200 EMA on the daily maybe, because on the smaller time frame the 200 EMA is all the way down there, so it left it behind. But yeah, no, you can tell your resistance is at 250 here, guys. So be like I said, I wouldn't be FOMOing in around 250, because if it doesn't break out, you're gonna be the first person holding the bag. So be careful, please, and thank you. If V had a bit more volume, that would have been perfect. A little bit more volume, that would have been perfect. And then LVWR is getting slapped a bit here, which is not really surprising, right? Not surprising at all. ENTX, this one honestly is not behaving too poorly. Yeah, it's testing the VWAP now, trying to get above it, which is a good thing, right? Bigger float, so it's a lot slower, but at least it's moving in the right direction, right? Moving in the right direction here. We haven't talked about this one a whole lot because of that 40 million share float, but again, they had news. It did well initially, came back down, and now it's slowly curling back up. So don't expect rockets from this name, but it's slowly moving up. You got out at 313, Bodhi. Okay, you made monies though, so that's good. So that is good monies. Yeah, like I said, don't expect rockets from this name. Like it's not gonna, all of a sudden squeeze for 200%. Right? And like that was a nice little bounce there, but it's already giving away half of the candle. But yeah, not bad though. If that thing can hold above the VWAP, that would be a start. Again, BIYA got rejected at that $4. LGHL is kind of sitting at the golden pocket now, so let's see if that thing can, just consolidate here for some time, just to build some confidence, and then curl. If not, to the abyss. Right, and then there goes LVWR below $3 now, but really just retesting the 9 EMA. So let's see if it can hold around 290 for another curl. And like I said, V, I like V, right? So I like this one. $20 would be your next obstacle there, but if this thing had a bit more volume, I think we'd be focusing on this one, right? So I just like the way it looked in pre-market, right? Like the little spikes there. See if we can hold $20. I went to get a new hat from Peter's merch store, and then I looked at the sizing, and it says large, extra large, and I'm like, nope, nope, no way, I'm gonna order myself an extra large hat. I don't think my head is that big. Unbelievable. Fix it. Rubbish. So V is going for $21. $21. I like it. Yeah, I think V is gonna be a good scalp today. Yeah. Grow the afro. I know, right? Unbelievable. I think V is gonna be a good scalper today. 21. Is anybody holding V in the chat? Anybody? Anybody? Just know that the spread is gonna be like 50 cents, right? And it's gonna be volatile and it's gonna be good for scalping. So just make sure that you're taking profits on the way up, or at least you're moving stop losses higher. But it's gonna give you don't chase it on the way up because it's gonna dip, right? It's gonna pump, it's gonna dip. So it's gonna be good for scalping, but not for yeah, Katie. Yes, yes. Yeah. Yes, yes. No, when stocks are usually sus, right? I think us and everybody else just wants to go back to like the old names. So I think that's why V doesn't have any new catalyst today. Like it has no business being up here, but when people don't see anything that they like from the current session, right, then they tend to just go backwards. ENTX is still looking okay though, guys. So that's not bad with the news from earlier today. Not bad at all. Uh, Okay, sounds good. SpaceX hits all-time lows in less than 2 months. Yeah, I mean, again, like that stuff is to be expected, guys. Right? That stuff is to be expected for SpaceX. Every IPO has done that. Literally every IPO. Right? IPO pump and then slump. And like I said, for a name like V, guys, don't diamond hand this name. Don't chase it on the way up. Why? Because it's gonna pump, but it's also gonna dump. It's gonna give you opportunities to scalp. Alrighty. So with a name like this, you don't want to be chasing it because they're gonna chase you. You're not gonna be happy about it. LVWR again, kind of expected with that pump, right? So maybe we can go back down to the VWAP. That'd be way better. Still at the VWAP. EDBL guys still gate, right? So testing the 200 EMA in the golden pocket, but this thing looks like trash now, doesn't it? Right. So again, the fact that it couldn't break out at the open there with so many like tests was the immediate red flag with the halt. Right, and they go, wow, look at this, guys, look at this. We said don't expect rockets from this name, and guess what it did? Guess what it did? And it's halted up now. ENTX is halted up, guys. Wow. We said don't expect rockets. Everybody looked around and said, you know what? What else is moving anyways? Wow. They said don't worry about us. We have the juice. We want a refund. Yep. Look at the size of that candle. 40 million shares. Look at the size of that candle. Sheesh. Wow. V is going back up though, right? So 1950 back to 20 to almost to 2050. So again, the dips are good. Don't chase it on the way up. No restriction. What do you mean no restriction? Oh, you mean like for your broker, like after that price, there's no restriction? That's really weird that they have a price. Yeah. Yep. So brand new highs of the brand new 52-week highs, Blitz. Brand new 52-week highs, but it is testing a double top though. From early this morning when that news came out. Is it dead? I mean, it looks dead. Right. I think the only hope here for this thing would be that it hasn't had a run like a higher low bounce yet since the market opened, kind of, right? So maybe at some point it's going to give you a dead cat bounce, and then if it doesn't, if it breaks below then this new low, and then we can say that it's officially dead. right? Edible really isn't doing much. Not doing very much. BI still slowly heading for that VWAP. Slowly. LV slowly bouncing here above the 9 EMA again as well. Hmm. What happened to the markets? Like, what the hell happened? Did Trump say something again? Because the markets are getting slapped. It's like Trump said something. Yes. I win. Oh, Iran said, yeah. No, Iran has declined the U.S. Yeah, they said no, thank you. They said no, thank you. So the U.S. sent a proposal. Iran said no. Yes, yes. Yes. That's why the markets got slapped. Yeah. Well, choo. Hmm. Okay. The U.S. proposal was give us time to get more. Oh, yeah. I see what you. Yeah, you were saying that, not them saying that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So Iran is calling those they're calling it extreme. So I don't know what extreme means. I don't know what extreme means. So they're calling it extreme. Anyways, it might have been like to never have nuclear weapons. Blah 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 blah. Oh well. I'm just waiting. That's okay, Kazian. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. GMEX with a nice pop. JZXN came back off that bottom, by the way. Remember that bottom that it retraced to? Yeah, JZXN bounced off that bottom. There goes V, guys. V is back to $21, right? So, like I said, don't chase V at the top. Look for the dips instead, right? The dips usually give you a nice little bounce. The spread is ridiculous on this thing now, though, because of the lower volume than it had initially. But yeah, V is coming back up nicely today. V is looking for brand new highs of the day, and there it is, brand new highs of the day. So, like I said, I like this one. If all the other names die, maybe we could just, maybe V can save us. Unhalted on this one, by the way, like I said earlier, you do have a double top in this area, so be mindful of that, right? So there's your double top for ENTX. Alrighty, so unhalted and then double tops for now. Resistance from the last run. This is most likely more than a year ago now, because of the color of the line. $4 is your next target there, your next potential breakout spot. Alrighty. So really nice comeback though. Really nice comeback on ENTX. Sometimes these bigger float stocks are nice because of the, you're not gonna get scammed. And then if you get a rocket, then you're very lucky. Every time I trade kits, I lose. You got stopped out. then you shouldn't be trading kids. Everybody has that stock. Don't trade kids. That sounds suspicious, but yeah, just don't do it. Uh, is that what they said M4? Something I saw something interesting over the weekend as well. The reason why Trump stopped the rocket attacks is because he was advised by someone in the U.S. the military that if they kept doing that, they would run out of supply to defend themselves in the Middle East. So that was interesting. Yeah, you know that meme, right? F around and find out. Well, all of those guys are definitely effing around. So someone will find out. Really? That they ran out of rockets? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. I thought it was interesting that that was the reason. There is so honestly, there's so much propaganda on social media, and like we really don't know any better. But there's so much propaganda on social media now. So much. Yeah. The View app, Joel. The View app. Yeah. Anyway, we hope they figure it out and peace comes. That's really all we can hope for. Yeah. So again, this double top here, guys, is a problem. So pretty good spot to take profits, at least for now, right? And see if it can, give us another curl, maybe a cup and handle for ENTX. That maybe that's where the opportunity comes in. It's crazy to think Rand would. Yeah. Who knows? Yep. No, you're not wrong. Not wrong. I like that LV came all the way down. I like that this came all the way down to the VWAP and just kind of sat there for a second. Right, that's 260 LVWR. So 260 and then bounce back. VWAP retest. Edibles just done nothing today, guys. Just nothing. Not enough consolidation, especially when it's still weak. Right, just nothing there yet. Maybe at some point, but just not there. V is still having a hard time at 2150. So that's going to be at the next little level that it needs to break above. If it wants to keep pushing. And then again, ENTX, right? So again, clearly a double top, right? So when you see stuff like that, really think about taking profits. Really think about it, alrighty? Because other people will. So double tops are very common for a reason. Very common. So now I think you just want to see a potential cup and handle, and then a curly. So anywhere from from closer to 230 to 220. If it can bounce above that range, that would be a good thing. Alrighty. For ENTX. Yeah, BI is trying to curl there. Slowly achieve. Slowly, and then LV again, LVWR, curling up the view up. So I like that curl. I like the curlies. It's unofficial. Official. The world has gone mad. Yeah. Between India and China, China sent so many soldiers to India that India ran out of bullets. Same is going on with the yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So for ENTX, I think you want to see this thing dip like into this range here, right? This would be the ideal range to dip to and consolidate at, and then curl for ENTX. Alrighty. That was such a crazy pop them. Again, LV with a little bit of rejection at the supply zone. So a good exit, Katie. A good exit, good sell for now. For now. Nothing there, nothing here. And then ENTX is dipping all the way down into the range. Dipping into the range. So can you consolidate JZXN brand new session highs? Session highs. DFNS slowly curling here too. Yeah. Slowly curling. And this one was really good in pre-market. And then you want to see this one break above $7.20 though, DFNS. Alrighty, there's a lot of resistance up there, so you want to see that thing break out. Like I said, the range for this one, you want to see this thing hold. ENTX is between 220 and 230, so it came into that range. It's looking for a little bit of a base, right? So and there goes a little pop there for ENTX. That's because you're getting some buying in that range. It doesn't mean that it's out of the woods yet, right? But you're getting some buying in that range, though, right? So does it have enough though? Does it have enough to pop? Well, I mean, it has enough to pop right now. There it goes. Right? So $3.20 back to 340 for now. Again, these things will usually always give you that initial pop, because everybody knows that range for the most part. Well, not everybody, but you get the idea, right? People know that range is important. You get that initial pop of that range, but then the question is, does it have enough to keep going, right? That's always the downside to these names. So really nice dip though. Really nice dip. It's a lot more volatile than I was expecting it to be. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing. ENTX with another, not ENTX, LVWR with another pop again. Another little pops. Yeah, I'm telling you, V's just a gem, guys. I'm telling you, like V, all the dips on V, all dip buys, at least for now. Especially the ones into like the teens. What line indicator am I using? Line indicator? Line indicator. I didn't know what you mean by line indicator. So pop into the supply zone and then reject it. That's a nice little bounce, actually. Almost 350 there for ANTX. Almost 350, and then back into the back to 340. Steve, always, yeah. So V is almost at $22, guys. That looks nice, doesn't it? Watermelon, yeah. Like V to me, if I wasn't streaming today, sometimes when I'm streaming, I have to look at all these other stupid stocks. If I wasn't streaming today, I wouldn't be looking at any of the other rubbish. I'd only be scalping V. That's it. Just scalping V. Good morning, Adam. That's it. Right, ENTX though, beautiful bounce up the range, guys. Beautiful bounce. I mean, at least for a few cents, right? Oh, just yeah. So those are all in the algo. Yeah, those are all in the algo. Yeah, Katie, those are all in the algo. Yeah. If you weren't streaming today, I'd be sleeping. uh, type yes in the chat if you bought the dip on ENTX. Type yes in the chat if you bought in that circle range. And then V is still looking as beautiful as ever. As beautiful. 2240. 2240, guys. Ooh, nice. Yeah, just be aware though that again, for now, ENTX, scalpies, unless we get that higher low. Alrighty. So the range is nice, right? The 320 330 range is nice on ENTX, right? Are you guys noticing again as the day progresses, guys? It gets a lot easier, right? Are you noticing that, right? As the day progresses, now we're starting to, it's like, hey, ENTX, hey, V is looking really nice, right? Right. So we do need to get the higher low on ENTX though. Alrighty. Okay, there you go. Okay. Yeah. EDBL. Why do you say that? Again, we keep saying this, right? V is not for chasing up. Right? You don't chase V on the way up. You're gonna get cooked. If you chase V on the way up, you're gonna get cooked. Just ask Peter. I'm kidding. Okay. So this thing is only nice when it dips. It always dips. Always dips. So it's for scalping. It's not for diamond handing. I've said that a few times already this morning. You don't diamond hand this. You scalp it. Otherwise, they're gonna catch you. Okay. 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 I still want to see the higher low for ENTX. I wish this thing had a smaller float. Wish it had a smaller float. This thing would be the one in cooking. But yeah, so nice bounce for now. Just need the higher low. EDBL super weak, super weak. So these two names that were like the names coming into the open. What's the difference here, guys? And what's the difference between the two names we like at the open versus the other names that are doing okay, right? The breakout, right? Again, if they don't break out, nobody sends money there. So you don't want to get in the habit of saying, hey, I like this name the most, so I want to buy it before the market opens. If you're in a position already, then that's easy because you were in pre-market, you had a nice entry. But when you're looking at positions at the open and you're trying to jump in without the breakout at the open, then you're playing with fire. Alrighty, so you want to be very, 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 very careful with that. Yeah, BIYA is going again. BIYA finally broke through $4. The candle hasn't closed yet, but it broke through $4. Sheesh. Okay, that candle finally closed above. Nice run though. LVWR, same resistance, right? Red zone and slump. V still coming back to the same bottom, holding the same bottom. ENTX is still just kind of struggling here. I just think it's because the float is a little bit bigger. So, but again, it's looking good though, right? Look at that pop. Look at that beautiful pop on ENTX, guys. Look at that beautiful pop on ENTX. Good job, Rob. Look at that beautiful pop, guys. Oh my days. Right? That area was such a perfect area. The 330, 320 area is so perfect. And we're back to 370 now. There goes 380. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Ooh, beautiful. That thing said, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I got you guys today. I got you guys. Got you guys. Same resistance at the top though, by the way, right? So the closer we get to between 380 and $4, there's a lot of selling there. A lot of selling. Alrighty. So it's going to need to break through that spot. And again, V is slowly playing games there. So see if they can hold again. And then VIA playing with $4 here, testing and seeing if they can hold. Okay. And you took your money, Sandra? Yeah, good. So maybe we get the higher low now. Since we don't want to do the boomski cup and handles. Come on, ENTX. Stop playing around. Don't have time for your rubbish. Boring. 32 bullseye. So you're coming back. Nice. Cyan, the 1 minute. See, 1 minute. So V came back to the VWAP, and then back above the back above 19. So same games, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down. Same games. You overtraded earlier? Oh, okay. Yeah, as long as you're aware of, like, you know, the issues you're having, then that's fine. So that one headline literally cooked out the entire market. The whole Iran thing. They really need to figure that out, you know, so we can move on. Figure that rubbish out so we can move on, you know. They need to figure it out so we can move on. Come on now. What you sold at 8, Chris? That's why it's so important to take your monies, you know. If not, somebody else will take your monies. You haven't changed anything yet. My demand zones are also red now. What do you mean your demand zones are red? Yeah, I sound low energy because I want boom skis, SB. Boom skis. Boom skis. Yeah, boom skis. I went to bed late yesterday. Went to bed late. Doesn't change anything though. We still need boom skis, right? Boom skis. None of this rubbish slowness. They're waiting for the afternoon again, huh? So they can cook the markets. MTNB with another pop. Okay. Come on now, ENTX. Just give us those beautiful higher lows you like. Just beautiful higher lows. Yeah. Dave, send me a picture in Stock General. And if something doesn't make sense to your algo, guys, take a screenshot of mine, take a screenshot of yours, and send it to Rob. Ready? And so Rob Data Warrior in Discord, okay, and he will help you out. That's crazy. The market literally just did that. Wow, it's crazy. The market's lost all the gains, guys, all of it, straight back to the abyss. Straight to the abyss. Sheesh. We should have bought some puts, on that gap up. Put on the gap ups. I better not catch Elon. What else? Elon's hiding. He's hiding. Elon's gonna come back when when they're done with the stupid unlocks. Don't forget to tell Rob how beautiful he is. Yes. Yes, yes. What about LVWR? What about it? What's your question? What's your question on this one? What's your position? Let me know. You do have some support around this. So between 260 and 250, you do have some support in this area. So it's trying to hold it. Alrighty. So it doesn't look horrible at this spot, but it really needs to reclaim the VWAP. Yeah. So V looks a bit more suspicious now. Now that we said, it was looking so beautiful and everything was going well, V just decided, you know what? I'm not gonna be nice anymore. Anyways, back to this one. So ENTX, guys, I like the way this stock is giving us those higher lows. Right. Initially, the concern was this one has a massive float, so that's going to be a problem. Right. So, but again, we still have that resistance at $4, so that hasn't changed. But this looks nice. Alrighty, this looks very nice. So it just needs to break above that stupid resistance and send it. Yeah, break and send it. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding ENTX. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding this one. So brand new highs of the day, by the way. Brand new highs, ENTX. So again, $4 resistance, brand new highs of the day. Just be careful. This level is a pretty big level, not the level to FOMO in at, right? We drew the circle at the bottom because that was the range we wanted to see, right? You see the circle at the bottom? That was your range. That was your spot right there, right? So that dipped to 330, 320, and then the curlies, right? And then the higher lows, beautiful, right? Now we're sitting at resistance. You want to be a bit more cautious here because some people are taking profits. Yeah, and if you're in this one, congratulations. Good job, good job, good job, good job. Good jobs. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's something fishy about that. I think you're setting, there's something in your setting there. Yeah, that's fishy. Tag Rob. So here comes $4. ENTX says, "Make me the king. I want to be the GOAT." Yeah, it's crazy. Your stop loss in this one. If your stop loss triggered on this thing, you probably very tight. Joe, good morning. Good morning. Joe loves when the markets are getting slapped. Getting slapped. Joe loves it. Yeah, no, ENTX looks good. Yeah. And there goes 407. Boom skis. That's a really nice pop. Do, 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 do. I mean, the candle hasn't closed above yet, obviously, so it needs to close above $4. 4. Yeah, it hasn't closed above $4 yet, T. So it needs to close above. Yeah, I mean, it's still right there. But if you're wondering where this $4 is coming from a long time ago, right? Yeah, from a while ago. The last time we played with this stock when it was at $4 was 2022, 2021. And so, yeah, look at the run on this though. Right, that thing went to $10, so you could tell we had fun with it. So when you see these pink lines on the chart, you know this is something we played with, like 2021. I don't really change the lines anymore. Maybe I should, but yeah, the pink lines were 2021, I think. Anyway, so yeah, there goes another test of $4. Right, it's a beautiful looking chart though, really good looking chart. Let's go, Joe. Well done. That is a blessed morning. That is a very good morning. And here goes again. Here we go again. At least with SPY though, we can definitely say we know what's driving the markets now, right? The Middle East stuff. So that's very clear. So they need to make a deal. $401. The China Tech news. Wait, which one? I don't think I saw that Winterfell. Good job, Miss Tony. I don't think I saw that. China Tech. So Apple's back to being the largest company in the world. Yeah, because Nvidia got cooked. Nvidia got cooked. Oh, I see why. Okay. So chip stocks drop on China. No, 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 no. Mass production. No, 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 no. Hmm. I feel like stuff like that is a stuff like that is a scam. You know, I feel like stuff like that's a scam. I think the only reason why that's a little bit relevant is because it says state backed, but yeah. Let's go. Two wheels. What did you make money in ENTX? You most likely made some money in ENTX. Good job, two wheels. Good job. Good job. Welcome to the community, by the way. Welcome. Let us know if you need any help. Let us know. Yeah, ENTX is just having such a hard time breaking $4 because it's such a big level. Right? We've had one candle close above, but really that's the golden candle. So not the best candle, It's not the best candle to be yeah. Good job, Wheels. Good job. Yeah, no, $4 is major resistance right there. You can see it, right? Major resistance. So not really surprising that it's failing there, right? Your entry should have been closer to the bottom there, or the curl, right, or the higher low. When you hit resistance like that, if you start buying at this area with the golden candle like that, you're asking for it, right? You're asking for it. You're asking to be cooked. Good job, Ramteen. Good job, good job, good job. Yeah, yeah, nice little curl here. BIYA just never goes away. Just doesn't go away. It's like, oh, I'm dipping. Oh, no, I'm giving you a cup and handle. It's like, yeah, good job, good scalp. Yeah, V is holding that golden pocket and the V web there. Good job, low boy. That's an excellent scalp. Yeah. See, I'm glad you guys are taking the monies too. I'm glad you guys are taking the money. Yeah, because again, if you don't sell that stock at resistance, someone takes your money. So I'm glad you guys are locking in those gains. At some point, Nick, at some point, V will pop again. On B, a higher low? Yeah, I agree. I agree. ENTX also looking for another higher low. Like 2%, like really tight. Yeah. Good job, Bodhi. Good job. Let's go. Well done. Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Congratulations. $4.35. Lumzoid, let's go. Good job. Good job. Love it. And then 440 for BIYA. $4.40. The previous high was 460. So, but really, it's failing at 460 because you have a lot of selling around 450. So I say that because again, don't FOMO when we're getting really close to levels like that. You're just gonna get cooked, right? You can obviously see people taking profits in the chat, right? And look at that, guys. Look at that nastiness. Look at that, right? So your resistance is $4.50, right? If you're one of those people that likes to feel the vibes and then jump in, they're gonna catch you. One of these times they're gonna catch you, right? So when you see other people selling in the chat, you don't go FOMOing, right? When you're getting really close to resistance like that, you don't go chasing it because you're gonna get cooked. Yeah, yeah, no, really good scalps. You can obviously tell, like today, honestly, nothing's diamond hand, right? The only thing that resembles, like something you should be holding longer is ENTX, but even that, like, it's just good for scalps. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so everything today is just again, you get in, you get out, you get in, you get out, you get in, you get out. If you hold any of these names longer than you should, your money is going to be sitting in someone else's pocket. Exactly, Raven. Your monies will be sitting in someone else's pocket. And there goes ENTX. Like I said, the only thing that resembles something you should be holding longer today is ENTX. That's the only thing. But the reason for that is because look at the chart, right? It's consistent. Right? Nice and consistent. I like the higher lows, right? Dip, higher low, dip, higher low. As long as we keep getting those higher lows, cool. If at some point that doesn't happen anymore, straight to the abyss. Yes, Shelton. Yes, yes, absolutely. So ENTX is still the Good job, Katie. Another nice little scalpy. Good job. Don't go chasing waterfalls, or you will end up under the bridge with the homeless. I think that's what she was singing, and then she's like, you know what? Let me just change the song a little bit. Damn, V's getting slapped now too. Sheesh. What's going on in these markets, guys? What's going on here? Everything is now turning red. Damn, SpaceX is below 110. So SpaceX is going to $100, isn't it? We did say we would buy SpaceX from 150 to $100, huh? They want to test it. They said let's test that theory. Yeah. What are they're used for? Taking showers when you're at the bridge, used for taking showers at the bridge. Yeah. Mr. C, at this rate, without earnings even coming out yet, yeah, it might be a good thing though. Like August, we're ending the month now, so maybe August, mid of August when they have earnings, maybe that'll be the last lap for SpaceX, and then we can resume higher. So who knows? Yeah, exactly motives. Yeah, it's trying to curl, but just not enough volume here yet. Just not enough. It's really crazy that a stock that has 500,000 shares, 700,000 shares couldn't break out, but a stock with 40 million shares said, you know what, guys, I can save the day. I can save the day. All right. So that's why you never want to judge these stocks until the market opens, and then you yeah. Surprising. Uh, and did anyone play with Stack on 2 p.m. on Friday? T, you really think we missed it? I'm telling you to join us in Discord, right? I told you, right? Come join us. We caught that thing as soon as the news came out, right? All the way to the boom skis. Yeah. 392. So again, $4 is still a major wall here, and it's trying to get through. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. 396. Choo, 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 choo. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so that $4 level is a pretty good spot to be taking profits for now. Solid resistance. So at some point it needs to break through if it wants to go. Coin as a swing play, long term play. Edible is trying. It's just again playing games in the same 20 cent range here, so it has work to do. And then BIYA is slowly creeping up again. So this one's been another really good scalp stock. Another really good scalp stock. Obviously, that 450 is still a problem. Brackets when scalping? No. I have used them though, OCOs, but it's not something that I use, all the time. So I'm not gonna say yeah. Good job, Mario. So another nice pop there. BIYA. Oh, let's go. Virus? MJ. Na 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 na. Okay, can we get something that actually breaks out? Can we stop playing games here now? Can we stop playing games, please? And actually break out? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be BIYA or is it gonna be ENTX? Who's gonna break out first? 10 shares and increasing shares to 100 on A plus setup has been taking a lot of small. How to overcome that? I mean, so the fact that you're taking so many small, 10 to 200 trades and A plus setups, I think what you need to now look at is you have enough sample size. It's going to be V. You have enough sample size to go back and review and say, hey, what am I doing wrong here? Right. So I think you're doing the right things, and I like that you're taking smaller losses rather than big losses. Bullseye. You just have to go back and review and say, hey, what am I doing wrong here? Right? Is my A plus setup really a trash setup, or like do my entries really just suck? Right. So that you just have, you can't just keep doing the same thing, right? You're taking those. The reason we tell people to take smaller trades is so they can learn from those smaller trades, right? And then go back and have data to review. So that's what you need to review and see if you need to change anything. Alrighty. The other thing you could do is you could join us in Discord too and learn from from the classes. Anyway, so another retest of $4 here for ENTX. No boomskis yet. No boomskis yet. Did everybody take the money from V, guys? Everybody said, you know what, give my monies. And so Watermelon was looking for that higher low, which is really important. So no higher low yet on V. Right. So V was really nice, and then it just stopped doing the higher lows. Right. So you guys, you do see what I mean, though, right? By when a stock is giving us higher lows, it's beautiful. It tells us that the trend is up, all the dip skis are good, but as soon as you start breaking below that, then that's when it becomes a problem. Alrighty. So you know how they say the trend is your friend, right? That's where that whole thing comes from. Alrighty. The trend is your friend. That's what people are trying to tell you, right? Like when you're getting beautiful higher lows, monies, right? Like ENTX is the perfect definition of higher lows. Perfect, As long as it's doing that, everybody's happy with it. Higher lows, high hellos, high hellos, right? If you're getting shaken out, then it might just be the way you're setting your stop losses. Yeah. I should have stayed in edible prior weeks. I was losing money on it and picked up quick. You missed out. Yeah, you no way you could have known that they would drop news today, though. No way you could have known that. Yeah, but it's not just about 20 cents, right? Like Bullseye, it's not just I buy something, I put 20 cents. It doesn't work like that, right? It doesn't work like that. Yep, exactly, virus. So if your entries are bad, it doesn't matter how good your stop loss is, you're gonna get cooked. If you have bad entries, your stop losses are not gonna really matter. Yeah, exactly. KD, yeah. Dylan, exactly. Can it go 300%? Can go 300% in your opinion, Prince? I mean, that would be nice. I don't know if I see that happening, but that would be nice. All I know is it needs to break above $4. That's what it needs to do. It needs to break the damn $4. Right? Yeah. The only stock that this thing is competing with is this one, right now at least. BIYA. They're both looking for that breakout. So 450 on BIYA and then $4 on ENTX. Your price entrance was right there. That was your price entrance. Closer to the bottom here or the curl back up. But right now, you need a breakout. You need the breakout. Come on, you can do it. Give us $4. Come on. Enemies in sight. Man the cannons. Come on. Send those rockets to the enemy ships. Uh, here we go. $3.98. Slow as snail. Is this a bad entry? Yeah, see, the fact that you're asking me that lets me know that like your stop losses of 20 cents, that's like I can already tell from your comments in the chat, right? Because Bullseye, you've been watching this stream for the last since the beginning, and we keep saying, hey, $4 resistance, ENTX. You see the red zone, right? You see the red zone. You see the fact we've been saying, hey, $4 resistance, and then you still ask me if this is a bad entry, right? That tells me that even though you're setting stop losses, your entries are probably too high, or your entries are just trash, right? It's not a bad thing. You learn from it, right? But I'm just saying, right? So, why is the market down? Because Iran is fighting with with the U.S. They said no, thank you to your proposal. So $4 rejected for now. BIYA 450 rejected. Come on, ENTX. You're way closer to the breakout. Just do it. Aaron? Yeah, no, I didn't want to roast Bullseye. No, because Bullseye is trying to learn, you know? That's always different. 397. So the candle popped above $4, but it needs to close above it. For BIA, I don't trust that level yet as support, Mr. C. Yeah, no, I don't trust that yet. I think 370 is more reliable, but I don't know. See if it consolidates a little bit here above the 50 around $4, but I don't really trust it yet. Is there a stock that is going down now? Is there a stock that is going down? I don't understand the question. Yeah. Maybe when Jesus returns, this thing will I'm kidding. But yeah, at least it's a higher low. Resistance at the 50, but at least it's the higher low. LVWR, we mentioned that 260, 250 earlier, right? You remember that level? Whoever was asking for this, right? LVWR. So this support here, it actually consolidated there a little bit, right? 250, 260, and then back up to almost $3 here. So this one's looking okay. Looking okay. And like I said, for BIA, I don't trust $4 yet, So let's see where it decides to hold at. Yeah. NASDAQ is down 60. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a really nice curl on a LVWR. Still dealing with the supply zone though, but the supply zone. And then this one's still just chilling at $4 here. And then reject it, right? So again, bullseye, right? So think about it this way, right? Think about it this way. If you bought that position at $4, right? That candle there just dropped to 480. Well, there's your 20-cent stop loss, right? So your entry is trash, right? So it doesn't matter how good the stop loss is, your stop loss would have hit already. So if you take rubbish entries, then your stop loss is going to be rubbish as well. Market should be green, but I'm seeing a lot of red. Trump talks out of his you know what? Yeah, he talks too much. Talks too much. He needs to do more and talk less. Uh, true, true, but it is a strong stock. Will keep going. Are you sure about that? You see what's happening right now, right? Again, $4 is resistance that's been there for years now, right? So it's the strongest resistance level that this thing is in. Did I win anything? Yeah, so it is a strong stock because we're getting those higher lows, right? So we're still getting those higher lows, so that's fine, but it needs major resistance there. Yeah. Uh, yes. If it breaks resistance, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, this one failed at resistance. BIYA failed at resistance. Everything's failing at resistance, huh? Look at that. LVWR failed at resistance. Shish. Shish. Kids is coming back up again too. Desmond, yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Some traders, la, 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 la. Not sure I understand. Yeah, I was expecting a lot more. With the amount of gap ups we had today, over 100%, I was expecting the markets to be better. Yeah, everything, yeah, like nothing wants to break out, right? Nothing wants to go boom skis. Everything is giving you scalps, though. Yeah, for strong companies giving nice discounts. Exactly, virus. Yeah. On the momentum side, days like this when the markets are red, 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 good for scalps. Right? Just you could have scalped this name so many times. You could have scalped ENTX so many times, right? Like there's so many names you could be scalping. V, right? LVWR. So there are opportunities, just nothing you want to be diamond handing, right? When you look at SPY getting slapped, unless there's a clear theme in the market, which obviously there isn't a theme in the market right now. China is not pumping. This is just an American, biotech stock, right? That had news this morning. Um, so when you see stuff like that, you don't want to be yeah, there isn't really a clear, oh, this is, oh, of course, this is not American, guys. Well, I mean, this company is from Israel. Did you sleep in, Dan? Did you know that the market would be rubbish and you slept in? This company is from Israel, by the way. ENTX is from Israel, Jerusalem, straight from the Bible. Sure. Sa- wow, wow, wow. Israel. Anyways, So again, you see that problem at $4, right? So if you bought this thing at $4, you're asking for it. You want to get slapped. So don't buy stocks that are not breaking out. Let them break out first. You have the flu? Dang, Dan. Get well soon, please. Get well soon. Yeah. I'm sure like this summer has been the weather this summer has been weird, the smoke, the rain, the heat. It's like, yeah, your body's fighting that. Keep that in mind. Yeah. Jesus threw the markets out of the temple because they are scams. Yes. Yeah. Why do you have a cow on your hat? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, Canadians are doing the smoke on purpose. What's the reason for that? The smoke. Tell me it's a scam without telling me it's a scam. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying the company is from Israel. 360. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like once we found out that this stock was from Israel, it's been dropping a lot more. What's going on here? What's going on? Is Barry shorting this? No, 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 no. Yeah, if you get in at the right price, bullseye. Okay. No, 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 no. Yep. This stock was way nicer when we didn't know where it was from. So now it's looking super sus. Super sus. Anyways, maybe the theme from like late last week continues. Pre-market is nice. Again, guys, wake up early, wake up earlier, wake up earlier, right? Wake up earlier, make your monies. So pre-market, again, you can see that a lot of these names are still up, well over 100%. Well, not all of them, but you get the idea, right? So a lot of them are up nicely. So pre-market and then the afternoon, right? So yeah. No, I didn't know. I didn't look at that. I didn't look at that, Rob. Yeah, I didn't look. I did not look. Let's go, monies. Good job, Robs. No, I didn't look. I just looked at it now. Yeah. The only thing I looked at was the news and the. I didn't look at the flag. I just looked at the news and then the float. That's it. You could tell where my mind was. Float and news and price action. That was it. Nothing else. I knew it wasn't from China though. That's all I knew. That it wasn't from China. China really doesn't have like bio stocks, that explode. They have like weird scam stocks. KIDZ is still pushing, by the way. Yeah. What's the difference between trading pre-market and market open? Nate, the difference like it's so the difference is like if you look at the last few trading sessions, pre-market you have a catalyst, the stock moves really nicely, and then we get to the open and you have so many different options. Or the market is super weird, right? You have all of this stuff going on with Iran and the US. So the markets are crashing. So then people are focusing on that while the markets are open. So they're looking at the long-term accounts, and then the momentum stocks are kind of suffering from that, right? So very rarely does news come out in pre-market from those guys. They wait till the market opens and then they drop news, and then it's super sus, right? And then people, as the day goes on, We eventually get tired of all of the rubbish, and then the afternoon we get a nice run up. So lately, at least the last three trading sessions, it's like pre-market is nice, the market open is super sus, right? And then we get to the afternoon, and then a name like Stack shows up, and then it goes up 300%, right? So you want to keep an eye on the afternoon. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh my days, guys. Oh my days. Oh my days, Jesse. Uh, okay, sounds good. What did you guys do to win? What did you guys do? What did you guys do? Virus? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Virus? Okay, send me an email, guys. Alrighty, so send me an email, hottradesx@gmail. Include your Discord username in the email. Include your Discord username. Alrighty. So include your Discord username in that email. Virus, thank you very much. Yeah, no kids. KIDZ is looking okay. So again, $4 was a major problem. Don't buy resistance, please. Edible is still just kind of chilling at the bottom here. So maybe an afternoon run, maybe. All right, like I said, I didn't trust that $4 support for BIYA, so maybe 370 here. See if it can hold that level. Ready? There was a higher low on LGHL, so again, see if it can maintain those bottoms there, and then maybe run later. Cool. That's okay. Again, if you still don't see anything you like, just honestly be patient, and something will eventually show up. Alrighty, something will show up later today. If you don't like any of these names, yeah, kids with a nice little rebound here, back to the highs of the day. Actually, not bad. We always judge the kids, we judge the kids, but the kids are not bad. Not bad at all. Kids just made brand new highs of the day now. The kids, you just want to be aware though that these kids like to scam people, so eventually it's gonna crash. You seem so excited for kids. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Do. Did you take some Benadryl, Dan? Take some Benadryl or something. Okay. Might be the best looking you've seen all day. The yearly chart, really? I mean, you did say all day though, so that's just today. I mean, I think you're looking at the potential here post split, right? You're looking at the potential of a pop, right? But I think what this chart should tell you though is that these people are scammers. The fact that they just did a split last month, right? The fact that this company did a split last month should tell you the whole story, right? The fact that this stock was garbage, like look at this, kids, garbage, right? They did a split because they're trying to get above $1. 1 month later, the stock is already coming back from 40 cents. Should tell you all you need to know, right? The scammers, and at some point here, um, they better get back above $1 or they're gonna get delisted, right? So craziness, huh? Anyways, but today, it's trying. Just be careful with it. Just be careful. Last time, lesson learned. I know these kids, yeah. Compliance, yeah. Like a nurse, I'm a weak and vulnerable, and I can't I can't fight back. Good, Dad. Good. Someone needs to take care of you. Good. My wife is managing me like, good. Listen to your wife. Stop being stubborn. Yes. Take some meds. Your wife is gonna feed you some meds. When you're growing up, she's gonna pour some Benadryl in a little teaspoon and say, "Open wide, airplane," and then she's gonna sing the banana song to you. Na, 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 na. Let's go. Yes. Dan, go take a nap. Put on a movie, take a nap. You know, get some snacks or something. Yeah, tell that to your wife. uh, yes. Do, 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 do. So BI is kind of holding that 370 for now because that's where the extra support is at for now. Whoever was asking for this. Again, V is trying to curl a little bit, 1750. I don't think V is done yet, guys. So let's see if V can stay above 17-ish and then go from there. And then ENTX with a little curly here. Again, these names are so annoying because they're just good for scalps. This is the time to go after Dan, This is the time. This is the time. I'm surprised his wife even let him on the computer, His wife needs to shut down everything. Shut down all the computer, all the editing apps. Nothing. Lay on the couch with a blanket. That's it. uh, yeah, V is getting slapped. Somebody tell me the surprise that V is getting slapped, guys. Somebody tell me. Not V, kids. Sorry, not V. V is fine. V is curling up the bottom. The kids are getting slapped. Yeah. Uh, hey, Dad, we're looking out for you. We're looking out for you. We are looking out for you. Get some rest. Virus, you have to. Stop being sassy, Dan. Go and lay down. Go and lay down. Let your wife smash the banana with a spoon, and then spoon feed you. Yeah. Rubbish. Come on, Rob. He needs to rest. Child abuse? That's okay. Dad needs the abuse. Yes. At least it's not me abusing him. His wife is abusing him. Yes. Uh, you don't remember like your parents smashing? Well, I had to do it because I had siblings growing up, right? I had siblings growing up, and I had to take care of them. So then I would smash the banana, and then feed them. Not smash a banana. You know how you take a spoon and then you scrape like the banana and you feed like kids? Yeah. Yeah, I had to do that. Back in the village, Mario. Yes. Uh, come on, Tim. Dan has a big toe, you know. That big toe is the size of, so this is the time to kick him, you know, while he's laying down. Yes. Anyways, and while the markets are slow. Ah, let's go M4. Let's go. Okay, can we get something that's actually moving here? What is this? What is this, guys? What is this? It's not like we're missing anything. It's just the entire market is like that. The entire market is like that. I think this might be another one of those days where like the afternoon is when we get another epic run. Hopefully, yeah. Pre-correction potentially. You mean like for stuff for like SPY? Because honestly, like that only applies to SPY, right? Because look at everything else with Winterfell. Like look at Nvidia, right? Look at Nvidia. How red is Nvidia? Nvidia is really red, right? Like Nvidia is really red. Like look at this. Right? Nvidia went from 240 to below 200. So like Nvidia is corrected for the most part, right? Really close to the 200 daily EMA, 200 daily moving average. There is yeah, that's when you start to see real value, you know. So it's like it's right around that price, right? Whenever Nvidia is close to that price, that's when you have that value. Yep, exactly. Yeah, most names like yeah, most names. Microsoft obviously has been beat up, right? Meta, what's Meta doing today? Meta is still kind of green. Right, but again, you look at most of these names though, like Spy is still close to the highs, but most of these names, like Meta was at 800, now it's at 600. So a lot of these names are down, you know, like 10, 20%. A lot of them are worse than that. Yeah. I just sent you a DM in Discord. It shows you what Dan is going through. I want to see it. Stuart? Yes. Ah, an old advert from the UK. Yeah, let me pull it up. There's a little commercial. You know, this is Dan Cygnus. Okay, okay, okay. Can we get rid of this commercial? That's a good ad, by the way. That's a really good ad. That's a good ad. I think Dan. You know what? This makes sense to it. This makes sense. This makes sense. This is Dan. He's pretending to be sick so he can run away from the house. You know, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's way funnier with the actual like voices. But the audio isn't coming through for you guys. It's coming through for me. Kids, yeah, kids is popping again. Dan has left this stupid chat. uh, Oh my days. Ah. Jan is gonna call 911. Ah. Yeah, no, kids is popping here. So I think they're trying to get this thing back above $1. So they're trying at least. So they don't get delisted. Uh, Stuart, that's a good video. It's a very good video. We just need Raven to FOMO into this thing so it can go back down, you know? So I guess ENTX is dead, guys. Not yet, right? It'll be dead if it goes below that 320 level. So we can't really say that it's dead yet. But again, you can see how important this $4 level was, right? So really, really important. You don't want to be buying stocks at resistance. You're gonna cry about it. So no, thank you. Yeah, it's a slow day. Uh, yeah. Do, 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 do. Dan? Yeah, then you're really sick. Wow. Yeah, you're really, really sick. Uh, yeah, maybe some soup then, Dan. Maybe some soup. Yeah, when eating sucks for you, you know you're really sick. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, then everything just becomes uncomfortable, you know? Just uncomfortable. Being sick is like the worst thing because nothing else really matters, you know? Nothing else. Yeah, that sucks, Dan. Yeah. Get well soon, please. Get well soon. The Discord link, BTC. If you want to join us in Discord, just the link is at the bottom of the chat. So click that link from Nightbot and then sign up for the level that says Legend or Legend Pro and come join us. Alrighty. I mean, it's not a horrible spot. We mentioned last time, right? Between 320 and 330, that was the level, right? Remember that circle at the bottom there, right? That was the spot we were looking for. So yeah, if it can continue to consolidate in this area, it's not bad. Why? Because BTC to 105? BTC is equally as annoying as everything else. At least Bitcoin's green today, though. At least the markets, yeah, at least Bitcoin is green today. At least something's green. ENTX with a nice little bounce of the VWAP. Yeah. With a 7 up, that will make you feel better. Sounds like a Bigfoot meal. That's definitely. Is that what you're trying to say? Anyways, I'm not saying anything. Mm, 27. Mm, 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 mm. KDZ. Yeah, the kids are still popping here. When all else fails, the kids show up. You know. Ginger ale. I don't know. I don't know. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I saw that. It was halted and now it's unhalted and now it's flying. So yeah, the reason I haven't pulled it up is because yeah, I just this thing just has that recipe for chaos, you know? FIEE. Is this a name change? Hmm. Anyways, it's halted again. It's halted up again. Yeah, Jesse. Yeah. GOSS penny stock though, popping too. Hmm. Yeah. The halt in this are just gonna be annoying, but did you get in at 650? Nice, 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 nice. Yeah. No, this one's been going off the scanner like over and over. I just haven't pulled it up. Yeah. Yeah, it's gone off the scanner like, a few times. So anyways, it's just the issue is that it's getting halted so often. Every candle is a halt candle and the volume is super low. So if you get into this thing at the wrong price, yeah. I like monies. I just some monies is not safe monies, Jess. So some stuff can cook you in 2 seconds, and this is one of those. It can give you nice monies. It can also take your monies away right away. Okay, let's see. Okay, what side is that? Okay. Na, 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 na. Hmm. Do, 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 do. I'm just looking at some of these other things here. Interesting. Okay. No trades yet. That's okay. That's okay. Is V dead? Looking sus now, isn't it? Just like everything else. Yeah. Don't like that it's below the 200 EMA now. Again, those yeah. I don't think it's dead, but it just doesn't look good. ENTX still holding that VWAP, so that's good. That is good. And the kids are still playing with 70 cents here. They're just waiting for Raven, by the way. LVWR still holding that 250 base. Bought the algo on Friday and made $100 after you bought it. But today you're just sitting. That's okay if you're just sitting. You already paid for it. You know, you bought it, you paid for it already. So free now, right, Kazion? So if you don't see anything you like, just sit back and relax. Alrighty. If nothing shows up, it is what it is. Maybe tomorrow we have, better trades. Yeah. Alrighty. uh, no, Raven. Everybody has that, that stonk. Where's the link to the algo? So go to it's bbalgo.com or just go to the to the Bobe algo channel in Discord. And guess what, guys? That stock is unhalted and it's halted down now. You see why I didn't pull this up earlier? FIEE. Right? Like this thing just has that recipe for chaos. If you buy this thing at the wrong price, like this thing was just halted at 10:30, and then all of a sudden it's unhalted and it's halted immediately at 8:30. So I just lost $2 just like that. So some of these stocks, I see them, I don't pull them up because some of them just look like they could cook people. Yeah, Rumtin, you did good though, because you FOMO'd way earlier, right? You FOMO'd way earlier, like on the first alert, second alert in Discord. So that's good. Yeah. What a slow market. Slow markets. No. Yeah, no, BI is trying to curl up the bottom here. Yeah, it's trying to. Up the 200 EMA gander. And then the kids are still looking really good. So testing highs of the day again here. The kids. Kind of looks like a double top, doesn't it? They did an offering this morning. Is it at 18 cents though? No way. Really? Bro. What the hell? Really? But was the offering really that bad? I mean, sometimes. Wow. Bro, you're kidding. Really? Look at this. And I think Winterfell posted this earlier. I just wasn't paying attention. Really? Why would you do that? Why the hell would you do that? 20 million shares at 20 cents? Why? Like, do you just like cooking people? Like, why would you do that though? Like, seriously, why? I don't understand that at all. I just don't understand. Anyways, um, but yeah, yeah. Last week this thing was pushing for $1. I mean, on Friday this thing was pushing for $2. Very desperate. That's a very desperate move right there. That's how you can tell though that these companies are really not interested in like doing goods. They're not interested in anything. All they want to do is they want to do offerings, then they want to do splits, and then go back to $1. Like if your stock is at $2, you're like, damn, okay, I finally made it back above $1. Let's support the stock. Nope. What they do instead is they run to the bank and sell shares. So no, nope, no more, no more. Raven, only if you're selling mushrooms. Yeah, yeah. I can't believe like those guys. Whoever runs that thing is just relentless, just sending friend requests. I don't get it. They have nothing better to do. Anyways, but yeah, this is why we say not to diamond hand these plays, guys. Don't swing these scam stocks. Scalp your money and move on. Don't get married to them. Someone somewhere out there is holding the stock at $2, $1, and is praying 18 cents. Is it gonna come back? Is it gonna come back? Don't be that person. Okay? Don't be that person. Don't let your money go to the abyss because you're leaving it in China. You're gonna find out the hard way. Crazy. Kevin? I know, right? Ah. ENTX is just super slow now, just like everything else. The only thing that's moving up right now is just KIDZ, right? And then obviously BIYA is trying to come back too, so that doesn't look bad. And same $4 resistance now. Uh, yeah, I bet you. Yeah, I don't know. Do. 'Urge to buy 196 strong. Yeah, yeah. Winterfell definitely. I mean, at least sell shares for like $1. Like if you're gonna scam the stock, do something different. Like don't just sell shares for 20 cents. Like you know what I mean? Anyways, whatever. Now the stock is dead, and then 6 months from now they're gonna pump it again. Or they're gonna do a split. 52-week lows. Isn't that crazy, Chris? Crazy, huh? All the way up, all the way down, right? Crazy. Just wild what these stocks can do. And someone's holding a bag, praying. Someone somewhere is holding a bag. Oh well. Looks like we'll be yeah, Kevin, I think you're better off doing that. Come back at lunch after lunch. Maybe some of these names can pick up, like they did on Friday. Friday was pretty slow too, and then after that we had stack. So you never know. You never know. Again, BS still looking okay, slowly pushing back up to $4. So that's not horrible. You're in at 15 cents, Miss Lola. Sounds good. So I'll take a look, yeah. na, na, na. This is a really nice comeback. The entry is also really good. Your double top from pre-market early this morning is right below 20 cents, Miss Lola. So can I check it? Yeah, of course. Your entry is excellent, by the way, right? Almost at the bottoms there. So congrats. You're sitting at a double top now, right below 20 cents. So this might be a really good spot for you to scale out of the position or really just, get your stop loss tight in case it doesn't break out. If it breaks out above 20 cents, beautiful. Send it. It can go higher. But this is going to be a difficult area. So you either have to get your stop loss tight or you have to take profits. Or you can do both, right? You could sell half and then put a stop loss tight on the other half. But you want to stay above, you want to try and stay above like 17, 17.50, 18 cents. Alrighty, don't let it crash too much. That FIEE stock is on halted again. Not sure what it's doing, but yeah, Nick, yeah, the market's very, look at this. Oof, 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 oof. That's so nasty. It's halted down again. Oh my goodness, guys. What the hell is this? Yeah. 1034 back to 640. Craziness. Yeah, so sometimes when I don't pull this stuff up, it's just because especially with the low volume ones that are getting halted every second, they're just super sus. Someone's going to get screwed in that stock. Told me it would reverse. Yep. Yes, yes. 3, 2, 1. Spy still red? Yeah. Whole lot of redness. Tesla did recover a little bit, but still. A whole lot of redness all over the place. Thanks, Trump. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. For now, at least. For now. Uh, Waiting for funds to settle to get you above the threshold. Okay. Yep. Yep. Market sell-off is because of Trump. Yeah, that's what we said. Thank you, Trump. Thanks, Trump. Thank you. Thank you very much. Maybe Trump is trying to create more dips again for his friends, For his friends. What's SoFi doing today? SoFi. Still in the same range. At least SoFi is green now. SoFi is green. XLE was cooking last week, but then we hit this double top. This would have been a nice spot for some puts. For some puts. XLE. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And then obviously SPY is Yeah, Spy's looking like, Spy's looking like it did like so look at this. Look at this, guys. You see this? You see this right there? You see all those circles right there before we got slapped hard? The only reason I don't think maybe we don't get slapped hard is because we're in July. July is usually a good month, but this is the worst July ever. Not ever, but in a very long time. Usually July is like a fire month, but this month is different, right? But yeah, if you look at this for SPY, this is right before the war started, before Trump started a war, and then chaos, 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 chaos. If you look at this pattern right there, almost the same thing they're creating right there. Right? So hopefully they don't slap the markets, but it definitely looks like they want to slap the markets. Who knows? Might create some opportunities. Can't believe we were at like 746 and all the way down, almost lost like $10 drop. Craziness. So stupid. So stupid. Maybe I bet you. But the thing is, we also have big earnings coming out this week. We had the Fed coming out this week, so there's a lot of chaos happening this week. If all of this stuff is good, the Fed, right, no interest rate hikes, earnings are good. The next week, the markets might fly. So, but if it's bad, chaos, chaos, chaos. Yeah. So for now, we're not gonna get confirmation till we break below, right? If we break down for SPY, then I think yeah. For now, you can see that we're just ranging, so there's no real confirmation. So maybe after this week, someone's delayed, Frank. Someone's delayed. 800. Yeah, no, I think if the earnings are good, virus, and the Fed doesn't hike rates, and or they end the war, then I think we're ready for a nice push. Did you see that thing where it said this is the 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 market has the biggest short positions that it's almost ever had. So when the market rallies next time, when all the stars align and the markets rally, oh my days, you're gonna see SPY squeeze like you've never seen it squeeze before. Right? You're gonna see SPY squeeze like you've never squeezed before. Yeah. Trump said, I'm ready for strong military action if Iran talks fail." I mean, they look like they're failing, so might as well just, Oh, what did Dan do now? Oh Lord, what did he do?
They call me Shorty McShortpants. And his quest is finally here. I have found the ultimate deal. I found a really good deal on this.
You are really short.
Oh Lord have mercy. You know the part where he's walking around with short shorts? Ah. Wow. Dan, you should go take a nap. Yeah. Yeah, when the shorts get cooked on SPY, maybe we get one more dip, Omar. One more dip for SPY. But when SPY turns around to recover, the shorts are gonna cry. Because that thing is gonna squeeze so hard. Anyways. uh, I upgraded your little bird legs. Uh, unbelievable. See, Dan needs to make those videos for Trump. Get him to end the war. Something. GOSS is still trying to break 20 cents here, Miss Lola. So you're close. Some people are taking the monies. BIYA is still failing at $4, so you still need a $4 breakout. Sheesh. Come on, something, guys, something. Varys, don't laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's not funny. Rubbish. Come on, markets, do something. We have like another 20 minutes or so, guys. 20 minutes or so, and then we'll probably hop off and go back to Discord. See if we can find something else, Yeah, another like 20 minutes or so. Plague? Yeah, Plague is on the scanner now too. Did you buy any more dips today, Virus? Is anybody buying any long-term dips? Anything you like? Yeah, Plague is looking good. The volume is not that crazy. Most of the volume is coming in on these last two candles, and then right to resistance. So I'm not sure if I trust this thing yet, but yeah. Wow. Dan, where did you find this energy from? Did you eat some honey? What did you do? This sounds way too much like the healthy Dan, You're buying some MU? Okay. You might buy some NVIDIA? Okay. NVIDIA. No, I meant like large caps, although ENTX is holding that same bottom though, which is good, right? So maybe this still has some hope left in it. As long as it stays above, I think honestly at this point you want to see it stay above $3.30 hollow if you're getting in. Alrighty. Yeah, I was gonna pull up iron, but we already looked at all these charts over the weekend, so it's more so for you guys. Service now, yeah, long term, not a bad bet. There's some really good discounts in the market, really good discounts. Again, if you're looking for some discounts, always pay attention to the small mid cap swing channel in Discord. Posted a lot of names in there last night, so you can always have a look. Service Now is in there, Iron is in there, and a whole bunch more. And then there goes Plague, right? So a high of 98 cents all the way back to 83. So again, look at that, 80 cents. It's about to go below 80 cents. So yeah, these runs, like when they happen like this, they're super sus to me, right? When you don't have any volume and then all of a sudden you have two massive green candles, to me, it's always a bit, scary. Yeah. Lumzoid, not bad, right? Not bad. Yeah. You sold it at resistance, which is perfect. It might break out at some point, hopefully. But for now, just keep, scalp. Scalp. To get fried and play some video games. Some days are just like that, honestly, Nick. Some days are like that, And then some days we're talking about 500%, 2,000%. So we really don't mind. Yeah. And honestly, most of you are green today, probably, with these little scalpies. Now I need it back. I know, fat fact. Yeah, I know. No. Yeah, no, I don't think the markets are really, the markets crashing and not really helping us today. Not always the case, though. Not always the case. The markets can be red, but I think initially, that initial reaction, when the markets are like crashing, everybody knows that the markets are crashing. They've been crashing for days, then they don't really affect the momentum side. But when it's new, well, when they're brand new headlines, they tend to affect like even the momentum stocks. YYAI is halted up. YYAI. YYAI. Brandon, yeah, that's the right thing to do. Doing chores while waiting, you know. Yeah, no, we'll hop up in like just just under 20 minutes or so, guys, and then go back to Discord. Hopefully, something shows up this afternoon, and then we'll spam you guys. Spam, spam, spam. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Achieve seriously. The thing is, we know something's gonna show up, though. Like we know something's gonna show up. We know something's gonna show up, so we never give up on the markets because that's how you end up missing stuff, you know. Maybe they have news coming or something, Frank. Maybe. Okay, so let me take a look at my email. Did you guys email me? Those of you that won something, I think yeah, you did. Yeah. Uh, hmm. So you guys have different usernames, you know, so sometimes it's very confusing. Achieve, I see you though. Yeah. Um, I see you. The other person that won the giveaway was uh, yeah, no, I don't think that's the right person. There's always someone emailing me trying to get in. Yeah, see, I knew Jesse. Yeah, you haven't sent me an email, right? So yeah, email is hottradesx@gmail. Yeah, someone was trying to take your spot. Someone was trying to take your spot, Jess. Tell them, get out of here. Get out of here. Only V had some good volume. Is that right? Yeah, so email is hottradesx@gmail. Just include your Discord username. Maybe even add your YouTube username in there too, so I know it's you. So someone doesn't try and steal your spot. It's so before the volume shows up. Oh, you mean for V? I don't mind. I don't mind. Yeah, V just doesn't have any follow through for now, so it needs to break out. No, so I sent you a link. I sent you a link in your email, so you just have to click on the link already. If you've been to Discord before, just leave the server and then click the link to come back, so it shows up as a brand new person, please. Alrighty, yeah, and then you should be good to go. So I emailed you back, Achieve. So just click the link in your email. That link should bring you to Discord, and then it shows me your name. So, but if you've been there before, just leave the server and then click the link again. Alrighty. SCV just doesn't have the GOSS doesn't look bad. It's just stuck at resistance. ENTX is doing a really good job, by the way, of just holding the bottom, so that's good. Anybody get back in on ENTX yet? So again, that 330 is holding up really well. Okay, so you bought SNDK, MU, and NVIDIA. Okay, yeah. To me, honestly, those are good dips to be picking up. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Jesse, I see your email. I responded to your email already. You got back in, Tim? Okay. So 360. Yeah, like this is a good spot, right? It's just slow as snails. Slow as snails. Slow as snails. Slow as snails. Yeah, Rocket Labs is another one. ASTS looks exactly like Rocket Labs wheel. At NVIDIA. Yep. Melly, I haven't looked at Melly, but I've looked at Rocket Labs, NVIDIA, ASTS. 52. Okay. So you're slightly green in that position. I wish your entry was closer to 330, but that's okay too. It just needs that follow through. It just needs the juice, the juice to come in and the stock pop. Is it actually tradable now? I think it was halting like every 2 seconds, and the kids are getting slapped. Why? Because that's what kids do. That's what kids do. They go up and they go down. FIEE. How sus is the stock though? Oh, it's actually not sus anymore. Wow, that's interesting now. Yeah, it has way more volume. This second bounce has way more volume than it did in the entire first run. Interesting. We'll keep an eye on it. You just got a friend request and you just clicked on the link to join and you just got a friend request. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Yep. And then Jesse, I see you as well. You're both good to go, by the way, Jesse and yeah, you're both good to go. Yeah. You scaled out now. 344. Okay. And then double top for FIEE here. 1050 double tops. Maybe this thing can break out. Honestly, like maybe it can break out. Right, the volume is a lot better now than it was earlier. So if it can break above 1050, maybe this is something we can scalp really quickly. Something we can scalp very quickly. GOSS still looks really good. Miss Lola, you're still in your position or you took profits already. But yeah, it looks like they're trying to push it above 20 cents. Trying to. Not happening, but trying. Tomorrow? Sounds good, Reyes. Absolutely. Yeah. Some days are just annoying, but that's just the nature of anything in life, right? Some days are amazing. The days that are amazing are really amazing. So we don't mind the slow days, We just hang out and talk trash. and then wait for the good days, right? And today's only, today's not even halfway done yet, so there's still a lot of trading left. Still a lot of trading left. Is that thing? No, it's actually still trading. So yeah, the more volume comes into this name, the more interesting it looks. So it is just again double top, so you need that breakout. My mom's calling me. Hello. Hello. Hi. Where's the boomskis? Watermelon? Yes. Yes, yes. Do, 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 do. Yeah, no, this is a good pop though on ENTX. Yeah, you should be happy now, Tim. You should be happy. Nice little bounce there. This one's been another really good scalper if you're patient with it, like actually wait for the support. So maybe this thing can save the day again. Save the day. V is almost back to $18 there. Again, super, super slow. And silly spread. So and there goes another pop for ENTX. ENTX almost pops like in phases. But I like the bottom in this one. I like the way that it's coming back. I like the way it's coming back. Good job, Randy. That was a good scalp. Yeah. I don't trust FIEE unless it breaks out, right? Unless it's consolidating, but really like just the breakout. So anyways, almost back to $4. Yeah, this is nice. This is very nice the way it came back. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding ENTX. Type yes in the chat if see my mom calls me and then we get boomskis. See, from the village. Yes. She's like, I need boomskis, I need monies, I need monies. And the stock says, yeah, okay, let's go. We need monies. We need monies. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that same stupid $4 area is back. So just make sure you're getting ready to lock in some gains. Yeah, no, this is a good stock to scalp. Good stock to scalp because you know it's going to be slow, and hopefully they don't drop an offering. You know, and yeah, so it's a good stock to scalp. Do 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 do. Mm-mm-mm. 360, nice. I like that. Yeah. Well, now I do. Right. Before I would have said, "Hey, I wish it was closer to 330," but yeah. But now, just be aware of this stupid red zone. Good job, Bullseye. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Yeah. 50 cents a share. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. No, this FIE stock is halted down. So again, you had your double top. If you played with it, I hope you ran out. Alrighty. Hope you ran away. BIYA is still looking okay. So BIYA and ENTX right now are probably my top two names. BIYA and ENTX. I'd say those are my two favorites for now. Good job, You took the profits. Nice. Wait, congratulations. Congratulations. Let's go. MSS. Why is MSS getting some social media hype? Why is there it is, MSS, guys. There it is. As soon as we say it, it pops up on the scanner. MSS is getting some social media hype. Some social media hype. Mason Solutions regains compliance with NASDAQ, blah, 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 blah. Well, I mean, at least it's above $1. Very interesting, yeah. That thing is hitting some scanners now. Look at that pop. It's super volatile though, right? Super volatile. So you want to be careful. From our pal Benjamin? No, this one's not from Benjamin. This one's not from Benjamin. Yeah, usually when you get a pop, when it hits the social media stuff like that, you get that nice pop, but then it usually comes back down to try and see if it actually goes with like technicals rather than hype. So you always want to be careful in that initial pop like this, right? You always want to be very careful, right? When I see people spamming something on social media, I usually just pull it up to watch initially and then see if we can pop and then come back down and actually get like a proper rally. But yeah, so $2 I'm sure will act as a bit of a base. So let's see if it stays above $2. Alrighty. ENTX again getting rejected to $3.90 to $4. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. We know there's a lot of selling up there, so a lot of selling there. Same thing for BIYA, right? BIYA has lots of resistance at $4. GOSS again, it's not breaking out, but it's also not going away, so that's a good thing. So if it can break out, that would be nice. Yeah, DFNS with the pop. Yup. DFN. Some of these pops are just so random. It's halted up now. Yeah, it's halted up. Yeah, I mean, you can see the range on this thing now, right? You see those two white lines right there? Those are the two white lines that we were watching earlier this morning. We just didn't do anything about it because it wasn't doing anything, right? Like, look at that. all morning, up, down, and then finally broke out. But you see how though, like the breakout is when the vibes really kick in, right? Broke $7 and just exploded to 8. That's a nice pop. Maybe closer to the end of the day, Winterfell. Maybe. You've been holding 640. Nice, Bodhi. Nice. Nice. Good job. Yeah, I mean, 640 is closer to the bottom of the range, so that's excellent. Right? So congratulations on that. Hopefully it keeps going here, even though it's a thick red zone here. Thick. And if you look back, I mean, you can see it, right, Bodhi? Right, 860. This morning, 860. All of last week, 860, 860. All those candles went up there and then crashed. So that's why this red zone is thick up there. 20%, nice. Nice. Yeah, these were all names that were on the watch list earlier this morning. Yeah. DFNS. They just had to take the entire day to go sideways and then pop. That's a good scalp, Winterfell. Good scalp. And then ENTX is still going to need to break out at some point. BIYA, same thing. Still needs to break above $4. Let's do 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. Yeah, let's do 5. The markets kind of seem to be picking up just a little bit now, though. So maybe this is a good thing for the afternoon, right? We seem to be picking up just a little bit. Just a little bit. So hopefully it's a sign of what's to come at the end of the day here. We could use some boom skis. We could use some boom skis. MSS with another nice pop there. Brand new highs of the day. Yup. So that little dip there to $2, that was the dip, wasn't it? Again, names like this one, you want to just scalp. Scalp and run, scalp and run, scalp and run. No diamond hands. New highs of the day, MSS. You know, social media is not bad, right? Social media can be good sometimes. Help, with the hype. Because sometimes the stocks haven't really hit the scanner yet, but they've hit the social vibes. They've hit the social media vibes. And then some boom skis. So you guys are quiet. I can tell it's slow. You guys are very quiet now. But yeah, so 5 more minutes, guys. Let me know if you have any last questions, and then we'll go back to Discord. Alrighty, and then let's hope it's a fire afternoon. Yeah, so 5 more minutes. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Please take a second, smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new. And yeah. Yes. Is it dead? Well, DFNS is not dead, that's for sure. Because that thing just unhalted and said, catch me outside. How about that? Sheesh. That thing said goodbye. So I mean, it's playing with the top of the range now. See where that candle closes. But that's a really nice pop. It's a really nice break of like structure, you know, break of the sideways price action there. So like I said, it's going to be important where this candle closes. Just no volume? Yeah, no, China has no volume today. That's the problem, Captain. I'll take a look. LVWR, yeah. I'll take a look. 18, not 18. I'll take a look, Tim. LVWR. I think you said you got in at 248. 248 is not too bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, it's not bad. I think if I was in that same position, Tim, I'd be watching that 200 EMA, depending on the size of the position. Alrighty, so you want to try and stay above 240, so you're really not risking a whole lot, right? If you want to give it a bit more room, then you could actually go to the 200 EMA there, right? So like it's currently sitting at $2.38. So you're really risking 10 cents here, right? So it's not too bad if you don't have a massive position. So for now, it obviously looks weak. We're trending down, which is not what you want to see, right? But again, watch that 200 EMA for your final line in the sand. If it breaks below that level, then again, there's a lot more room to the downside before you get to the golden pocket. So that's not exactly something you want to see. Alrighty, so again, going into the end of the stream, DFNS is looking good. If that thing can break above like 920 and hold it, then you're looking for $10. ENTX is still looking good to me. This is still probably one of my favorite stocks for scalpies going into the rest of the day. Alrighty, I still like BIYA, BIYA. So and there goes DFNS pushing again. Pushing. The second I step away, Kevin, I know, right? Yeah, it's having a hard time here, though. It's having a hard time there. And then there's some profit taking going on, so just be mindful. And then a little slap there. Let's go, Brody. I like these scalps. Good job. Yeah, MSS. I like that. So MSS actually popped all the way to almost 250. So that was nice. Right? And then now it just seems like it's stalling around like in the 230s here. But yeah, nice little brand new stock. Nice little pop. Quick profits. And happy days. Yeah, good job, Brody. Good jobs. Alrighty, guys, I think we're gonna leave it here for the day. I really hope the afternoon has a lot more juice, you know. So again, I like ENTX going into the afternoon. If we can break above $4, your support really hasn't changed, right? Closer to 330. If it breaks below that level, then abyss. For now, we need to break $4. Alrighty. Again, BIA has two levels: $4 and then 460. Right? Those are the two levels. In terms of support for this one, you're looking for closer to like 340, 350. Alrighty, for DFNS, brand new stock, obviously. Well, I mean, like momentum now. It needs to break and close above like $9.20. Then you're looking for $10. Cool. V is a little bit annoying right now. It's just going sideways, so there's not a whole lot. And then MSS got slapped. So the support on this one is probably going to be closer to $2 to $1.90 if it can hold that level. Alrighty, so and then again, some of these other names, you know, like LVWR, like I said earlier, just make sure it stays above the 200 EMA if you're in it. Alrighty, cool. So we'll leave it here for the day. Have a wonderful afternoon. Yes, absolutely, buddy. You're welcome. Have a wonderful afternoon, guys, and let's hope we make some nice monies. Again, GOSS is the penny stock that's still trying for a breakout here. So this doesn't look horrible. Just needs to like actually get above 20 cents and stay above it. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on this one as well. Yeah, the float is big though, like 450 million. So it usually doesn't matter for these stocks, but also these stocks usually have less than 100 million shares. So this one's a little bit massive. Come on, ENTX, save the day, save the afternoon. Don't be slow. Okay. Thank you all very much. See you in Discord. Brandon, peace. God bless. Thank you, Wills. Welcome to the community, by the way, Wills. Alrighty, see you tomorrow. Miss Lola, yeah, no, you're happy. You should be happy with that. It just needs to give you a breakout. Kevin, see you in Discord. In after hours? Okay, sounds good. Bye, Raven. See you later. Yeah. All the kids. See you tomorrow, Tim. Robert, have a wonderful leg. There goes GOSS. Miss Lola is smiling now. Look at that. Look at that, GOSS. Look at that. Look at that. That thing said, I'm here, guys. I'm here. I'm here. Right? It actually held up really well. Yeah, finally broke out. So that's nice. Maybe a retest of 20 cents now and then see what it does. Yeah, you're thrusting. Good job. Thank you, Hollow. Have a wonderful afternoon. See you later. Bye, Andy. Yeah. Watermelon. See you in Discord. Much love, all Diddy. Later. Bye, guys. Have a great day, Benny. See you tomorrow. Okay. Much love. Bye, guys.